When's your foot is brought to you when you think the silver? Cause if you don't, you will. If you pick up the leader, that's Mr. Will recycling bin. Because if you don't, you will. When you make good on your victories and learn from your losses. Because both are the result of proud and noble efforts. If you don't, who will? Now listen. It's not fair. But least don't obiter by this fact, that without having done a lick of work, without having spent any time in class, without once working into that library, in order to have anything to do with the graduate of class Harvard, a factory is distinguished alone. I make a damn good living playing someone who did. It's the way of the world, kids. On behalf of all of us who studied for 2 years of Typical Community College of Harvard, California,
who studied for 2 years at Chabot Community
2
College
semesters
California.
at California State University of Sacramento, and for 45 years at the School of Hard Knocks, earning a Bachelor of Art degrees in one damn thing after another. Thank you. I do not. Thank you. I don't know much about Latin. I have newly passion for insights and public global policy is something I scan a newspaper just before I do the work. And yes, here I am, closing first, collaging, and fit.
And yet here I am, closing for Josiah, Palace, and Vic. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Some of us here can recite by repetition the preamble. The television show may have seen 5 days a week a better strand being for another planet, with power and ability far beyond those of mortal man. Superman, who, disguised as a male manner reporter for a brave Panama newspaper, they warming their newspaper once, some of them were raped. To strain the course of mighty rivers, it was still with bare hands, with faster than a speeding bullet, and how powerful that motor will have tall building as a single bell, those are very, very excessive superpower. No? What was the most impressive about his power was he chose to wield them. Yeah. Cats were saved from trees. Evildoers banished were punished, innocents were rescued, were reliable whistle regularly enjoyed half hours, routine scenes from many phones intricacy of them. Ongoing struggle for the safety, but to the exposing of crocs and their life to the life of day, Superman, you see, and his proxy Wonder Woman, and Captain America, Black Panther, and Black Widow are fantastic for the God, and there's a million of those. They are unmatched in the never-ending battle for truth, justice, and the American way, and says Superman is the plus. Even when his one legal witness is supposed to change for the wrecked and home planet, destroy both on Harvard and heaven. But hey, then was Superman anything else just fantastic legal? That's just on this planet. The one case on is dead. Beware of certain operators who resort to use the quotation historical features or the words of legend of literature and art the name dropping the famous friends as the claim some kinds of wisdom a super ability. Some people staying at the podium shouldn't be considered much more lucky souls who play the bright time, the blind boost and bright attitude. Or, as the man's name Marlon Brando once says to me,
Vic, would you pick up that name I just dropped?
Vic will pick up name I just brought. Mother Brando knew how to steal, then thank you, give it back to me and got it back. Yes, the man named Mark Brando was said to me, a message you left in a telephone answering machine. Tommy, Harry Chief. This is Marlon Brando calling you, asked where you are. Weeks later, he told me when he was a young man, registered for the RAF. He filled out the form for his name and age, but when the kids in red, we want human. For Tommy, what are we? But human. Yeah, we are all but human. Now, on German historian read a passage for pleasure.
The book's divine. That
there never been graduating class of North Face, the greatest challenges of all time. Does come in every Christmas history solar and player no matter year area of the generation, always an atmosphere river of the events. But may right now, the hand of on streak of rain is turning. We here in the stand look at you calf and the cross we have it last half to on the way. Some great regulated today. It's a man of iron, a woman of steel, a superhuman, just in a nick of time. This is because we have failed in our duty. Our completely span we have done very super thing over our generations. It's because we are on in a cage match. Mixed martial arts medal pro, which aids in a heuristic, apathy, intolerance, and brains incomplete. Pitting the Blaven equals to appearance dumper, less brutal and low-key. And we can unuse a superhero right now. Now, looking out at the flowing color for the Harvard yard, a big hand that clap. The bones of represent the world on which we live. The streamer and parties and someone very big-faced, ran and glad and their monster, well, that's it. We see being who are very young and restless, energy and imagination and righteousness and a line in Nathan and joy and compassion, and we celebrate your pro-plan witness and worst ethic. And we know no one is faster than a speeding bullet to a shame every day to our safe. But we can still summer more power than a locomotive, and we are building at the single battles we have the rise more. We can stand the rivers, such as can be done. Every machine in Spain still as easily as a busy bare hand. Nourished, obviously, a strength to be in the planet in habits and tastes and languages. Brutality, who we eat, the name of the dish the week on vary. Behind special power ability far beyond the reach of other models, some of us can repair the screen door with ease.
We know no one is faster than a speeding bullet.
We can stand take care of 5 years old kid, and the toddler 24 a day never stop loving him.
Summon more power than a locomotive, and we are able to leap tall buildings at a single
Some of
bound
us make sense of physics and academic on global policy. Some of us survive somehow a minimum earning. Some of us graduate from college despite your lockdown and Zooms. And business achievements are on, stellar, even though yes, we are on but human. Still, we learn to look at in the sky and see it as a bird, not a plane, but well, someone who is young and strong and super, who fights the never-ending battle for truth, for justice, and for American way. Someone who will take that work. No?
Some of us make sense of physics.
Now, Cookie Uncle once said to me, research on outstays good as long as the moment we graduate work every day requires of our life.
Some of us graduate from college
now, that's Uncle, a bit better.
These achievements
but he was not wrong.
Even though, yes, we are all but human.
We are guests to complain about the man. We also have debt and got to pay. And we're entitled today of a play about the work that is called that we must do has no expiration date. It's a construction of our more perfect union. And then job we never, ever we completed. Once it requires righteous attention and fasting very slow and on hands. The work is keeping with the progresses for our provide the practice of addition, the protection from freedom, emotional labor for all, with no exception. And man, that's take on a lot of work. It's harder than multiple job sites. Every single day you can't each of them a battle for truth, justice, and American way. Yes, American way. The American way is example of both plain sight and instead of a tattoo, moment of routine exchange in the broad expectations. It places an historical way and input in every species and understand American way will be example, will be set at lower in the right upon, because if you don't, who will? When you first April to things to the silver, because if you don't, you will. When you pick up the leader that smith the recycling bin, because you will. When you vote, the concern makes the neighbor of the opportunity to do the same with there, because if you don't, who will?
The battle for truth, justice, and the American way. Yes, the American way. The American way is example
when you make good on the victories and learn from your losses, because both are the result of proud and noble efforts. If you don't, who will? The American way was first of all not well accepted and Madeline walking strong by someone else's definition of providence. At the same time, women has no little resources, entire six of population have taken homeland and saved the worst relatives there, original inhabitant of this continent from sea to silent, only ones who carry the DNA of American, we consider subhuman as paradox. But breaking down the how-to. How-to establish justice, ensure amidst the quality, provide the common, promote the general welfare, and secure a blessing of the plenty for ourselves and our prosperity, no matter as time and conflict and the institution. Democracy will determine our tenure, our race, our creed, our careless during ability, or who we love. Or is it a marriage to pursue our happiness of ours, no exceptions, entitled to immense rights and liberty and freedom, because we live in the United States of America.
Was written down the how-to establish justice.
The vocabulary of American way of the lowest in the right, we share some part for semicolon music and some part answering the question with a question.
No
Some
matter
perk
as time and
strain the
conflict
both
and
to
the
on
institutions of our
journalist
democracy would
Platin.
determine our gender, our race, our creed, our color, our chosen
Some perk
deities,
answering the
or who
question
we
with the
love.
question the rest
For it is
or
our manifest
arastical,
destiny
a certain
to pursue
tenable
our
in
own
the lines
happiness.
with
All of
telling
us,
the stool.
no exceptions, are entitled to the
With the stool
inalienable
gun
rights
in
of liberty
Platin,
and freedom because we
Veritas.
live in the United States of
The language
America.
is telling the stool in Winter Quest for Stool. Thus we look you never incorporated remember artistic legal adventures. Come to the rescue. With the stew to summon no ladder in no one
The
based on data,
vocabulary of
no
the
common sense,
American way,
no even
of the
common
law and the
diseases.
rights we
Tell
share
me
is
the
some
stew
part
no longer
philosophical
Bismarck
musing,
in
some
public
part
service, no
answering our
longer the
question
self
with a
of our
question,
fear, the gas
some
to
part
our accents. The
trying to
stew is
pull
now
us all
considered
over with your knowledge
malleable.
of Latin.
But by opinion, by zero-sum endgames, industry and
Some part
manufacturing wished
answering the
after
question with a
city, a
question, and the
purpose
rest
to
is all
see the
practical.
primal text
It's
of
even
modeling,
physical, and
the
it's
stew
certainly
with the mark
tangible. It's the
logic,
language of
to
telling
achieve
the
a
truth.
fake expertise,
What
with
is truth
first
again in Latin?
sincerity, a phrases like I'm just saying.
Veritas.
Oh, I'm
The
just
language of
asking.
telling the truth. It is
You
in the
know,
vision
I'm
quest
just
for
wondering.
truth that we
Now
look to you
little
newly
cannot believe
incorporated
your
members of the
eyes, your
Justice
ears
League
with
of
other
Avengers
life to you.
to come to
Someone
the
to
rescue.
respond the word
For the
exactly a
truth to
visit
some is no longer empirical,
alternative
it's no
facts,
longer based on
constant
data,
means
nor
bastard the
common
state
sense,
wall,
nor
and
even
then
common
denies
decency.
offenses, arrested
Telling the truth is no
the
longer the
plain and the
benchmark for public
freedom,
service.
with one
It's no
it
longer
under
the salve
15,
to our
the moral
fears or
spectrum.
the guide to our
The
actions.
American way
Truth is now considered malleable
can be demonstrated without
by
it isn't
opinion and by
a
zero-sum
perpetual
endgames.
ray. By
Imagery
every
is
big stop
manufactured with
and every
audacity,
blend
with
in
purpose to
John
achieve the
Pond.
primal task of marring the
Justice
truth
can be
with mock
everyday
logic,
pursuit,
to
case
achieve
by case,
with fake
with borderlining
expertise,
speed and
with
the
false
slow and
sincerity,
inevitable effect
with
of
phrases like, I'm
gravity.
just saying. I'm just
Through
asking.
first of the highest
You
country,
know,
as the
I'm just
elusive
wondering.
as of grenadine,
Now, literally, you
with
cannot believe
certain
your
and North
eyes, and
Star
your ears will
innocent
help
cross.
others lie to you.
True.
Someone will
Is
report the
mine
world to you
at the
exactly as you wish
intersection
it
of
were,
our
full of
choose
alternative
behavior,
facts,
of
of
fixed
conjured
habits,
narrative meant to buttress the
personal
status quo
batteries.
and deny its
True.
offenses, or
Has
rejig the
synonym,
rules and muddy the
has
playing
such
field
as
depending on
honesty,
where one
honor,
is on the food chain in the moral
transparency, and the
spectrum.
yes grafted so many
The
is to play
American
fast
way
and lose with
can be
the very
demonstrated
words,
without
to
ceasing
create
as a
enemies,
perpetual
to
prayer
claim
by
victimhood,
every
to
big
raise the
shot
middle all
and any
into
plain
merit,
Jane
and
or
make
Joe
cloudy
Blow.
vista that
Justice
absolutely
can be an
crystal
everyday
clear,
pursuit,
like wife,
case by case,
through a
with both
policy, a
lightning
mission.
speed and the
You
slow,
don't need to know that.
inevitable effect of
The
gravity.
instruction, that's
Truth,
not the
though,
real story.
truth.
This is
Truth feeds up in the
opinion,
high
as of
country.
reading it
As
cleverly,
elusive
is
as
here wasn't
serenity,
going to happen.
yet as
And
certain as the North
influence
Star in Southern
blessing,
Cross.
and lots of people are
Truth
saying,
is mined at the
true,
intersections of
too,
our chosen
has a
behaviors and our fixed
manifest,
habits
equal to
and our
any
personal
color
boundaries.
ritual that a
Truth
clear
has
fear house
synonyms
and
such
too
as
far past in the
honesty,
waste in the
honor,
shadows, unless in the way
transparency,
and
and yet the
legal
common practice of
opportunity
so
to
many
bring
is to play
stool
fast
down,
and loose
unless me
with those
in
very words, to
will
create
make mood
enemies,
on the
to
promised
claim
file in
victimhood,
stool.
to raise the
Indifferent the
mediocre
worst
into
away and
merit,
promised of
to make
our
cloudy a vista
promised
that is
plan.
actually
Arrogant
crystal
and
clear.
bold-faced lines
Likewise,
will it grow
truth has
over
opposites.
time,
Omission.
demonstrate inner love
You
luster
don't need to
and
know that.
effect. Endurance
Distraction.
and
That's not the
intolerance
real
can be
story. This
replaced by
is.
experience when a
Opinion
lead of
masquerading
eyes.
as clairvoyance.
But in
Oh,
this
here's
vision,
what is going
we
to happen.
never the vision of
And
Americans
influence
people.
peddling. You
Meeting the
know, a
lion
lot of
lady
people are
liberty,
saying
simple little.
truth, too,
Indifference
has a
makes the
nemesis
citizen
equal
into
to any colored
indentured
kryptonite.
servants.
That,
Heaven
like a
blader and
feral
just
hound,
in
is never too
cries
far
and
off
who
the path
default
in the weeds
setting
and in the shadows,
seamisters,
lying
who
in wait
our
for the lethal
design and
opportunity
ban
to
art
bring
and
truth
dialogue
down.
and
And that
books.
beast is indifference, which will make moot all the permanence found in truth. Indifference will rust away the promise of our promised land. Propaganda and bald-faced lies
who grab
will
power
erode
in
over
they
time.
can, and able
Idolatry
to
and
the
imagery
super
lose
few in
luster and
our
effect.
code up
Ignorance
regarding a
and
rationing
intolerance
of
can be
complicits
replaced
and
by
starving into the
experience in
vaccine
the wink of an
claw
eye, but
by the
indifference
indifference
will
of
narrow
people
the
who
vision
haven't made
of
willing by
America's people
struggle.
and make
So
dim the
well,
light of
that
Lady
they lose
Liberty's
home, are
symbolic
left to
torch.
embrace by the
Indifference
fiction
makes citizens
superheroes.
into indentured
Every day, every
servants
year,
held in
and
labor by the
every
despots and
graduating
tyrants
class,
whose default
there's
setting
a
is
choice
cynicism,
to make the same
who
option
outlawed
for all
dissent
grow up,
and
who
banned
has to
art
decide
and
to be one
dialogue
of three
and
types
books,
of American,
who
those
grab power
who
any way they
embrace
can,
liberty and freedom
enabled by the
for all,
subterfuge of their
those
co-conspirators,
who want,
rewarding the rationale of the
or
complicit,
those who are
surging into
indifferent,
the vacuum caused
and if
by
the first who the
indifference
dark
of a
of
people
creating more
who have been
perfect
made
union,
weary
a
by
nation
struggle,
indivisible,
so
another
weary that they
against
lose
in a
hope
way.
and are left to
Never
yearn to
any
be
battle
saved
you have on
by
a
the
fictional
fiction
choice as
of
of today.
superhero.
And difference
Every
is
day,
how
every year,
truly
and for
you
every
believe,
graduating class,
and how to
there is a
separate
choice
your
to be made. It's the
remote,
same option for
how
all
tightly you
grown-ups
hold
who
to
have
the
to
truth
decide to be
that
one of
is
three types of
self-evident.
Americans.
Thus, of course,
Those
we are
who
all
embrace liberty
created
and
equally,
freedom for all.
yet differently.
Those who
And
won't,
of course, we are on
or
this
those who are
together
indifferent.
if we do the work.
Only the first do the work
Tested
of
and the
creating a more
American
perfect
way
union,
are
a
within
nation
our
indivisible.
craft, no matter
The others
our gender,
get in the
our
way.
face, our
In the never-ending
station,
battle you have
our
all officially
heritage, and
joined as of
makeup.
today,
We save and
the
heal
difference
of
is
our
in
life.
how
The
truly
continent birthplace
you believe
of our ancestors
and how
was the true
vociferously
so hard
you
for
promote
some to accept,
and how
must
tightly you
let,
hold
who
to the
respect.
truth that is
If you live in the
self-evident,
United States of
that of
America,
course we
the
are all created
responsibility is
equally,
yours, ours.
yet differently.
The
And
effort
of
is
course, we are
optional,
all in this together.
but it's true.
If we do the work,
The truth is sacred,
justice and the American way are
unattainable,
within our
wrestled
grasp,
into the
no
stone
matter
of the
our
foundation
gender,
of our
our
republic.
faith, our
All of
station,
us are
our
able.
heritage or genetic
None of
makeup,
us are
the
separate.
shade and hue of our
We are
flesh,
the
or the
Americans.
continental birthplace
Liberty and
of our
justice
ancestors.
is
Why
for
is
us
that
own,
truth so
because
hard
yet
for
we
some to
have
accept,
specific
much
names,
less
and we
respect?
have lived every year of
If
our
you live in the
ages.
United States of
But when
America,
it comes to
the
race,
responsibility
we are
is yours,
uniquely,
ours.
magnificently
The
simple,
effort is
human.
optional. But the
Also
truth,
said,
the truth is
Brandon,
sacred,
to Tommy
unalterable,
handkerchief,
chiseled into
make
the stone,
goodness and
the
mercy
foundation of our
follow
republic.
you on the days,
All of us
on
are
the
able.
days of your life.
None of us
Godspeed.
are super.
Congratulations.
We are the Americans. Liberty and justice is for us all. Because yes, we have specific names, and we have lived every year of our ages. But when it comes to race, we are all uniquely, magnificently, simply human. Or so said Marlon Brando to Tommy Handkerchief. May goodness and mercy follow you all the days of your lives. Godspeed. Congratulations.
Visit our